This is Nathan Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams. Today is Tuesday, April 1st, 2025. We are located at 23314 Haynes Street, West Hills, California, 91307. We're performing a video waistline and sewer line through a 3-inch roof vent here, and we are on the roof. This is our 3-inch roof vent. This is the backyard, and this is the front of the property here. We're going to wipe our camera lens a little bit here just to get it nice and clear. And this is the front of the property. So what we're going to do is we're going to place our camera head at the top of the clean out, and we're just going to zero out here, and we're just going to begin our waistline and sewer line inspection. We did not find a mainline sewer clean out in the front of the property, and we were unable to locate a waistline as well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to try to reach out and try to reach all the way to our city sewer tie-in here. You can see we are in cast iron waistline, and you can see the water. There's some other inspectors inside using some water there. So we're just going to utilize this water to help us push out. But you can see we are in cast iron waistline, and we do transition into vitreous clay. So what we'll do on the way back is we'll locate that area. So we're just going to continue to push out. You can see some buildup and scaling in those joints there. So we're just going to take a good look. And that joint there has some buildup and scaling. And we have a little bit of an offset there in that joint, and some more build up, and make a little bit of a turn, make another turn here, and we're going to try to get up and over this offset. And we got up and over there. And very difficult to see what we're going into, but what we're going to do is we're going to pull back just a little bit, try to take a good look. You can see we have an offset there. We're making a 45-degree turn here, and we're just going to try to get over this offset. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to try to get some water running, try to help us get up and over this offset here. Okay, we did go ahead and we are running a shower, and we did go ahead and flush the toilet there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to try to utilize this water to help us get up and over this offset. So we're going to pause our mic for a moment. Okay, we are having a difficult time here getting up and over this offset. We are 78 inches, 78 feet 8 inches on our camera monitor here. We are in the street, and it is just very difficult. We are pushing through a roof vent here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pause and locate this area and locate where we stopped. Okay, we did go ahead and locate this area. And this area is just in the front of the property, just before you get to the sidewalk area. And we're just going to continue to push forward. We are in vitreous clay. You can see we're going to come back, pull back just slowly. And you can see we do have a couple cracks. Pull back just a little bit more. We have a couple cracks in that joint there. But when we get back to the office, we'll take a good look, and we'll be able to blow it up, take a better look at it. So we're just going to continue to push out slowly. And you can see in those joints there, you can see we're just going to push in just a little bit more right here. That is our test tee there. We were getting stuck, and we did go ahead and switch to a bigger camera. So what we're going to do is we're just going to push out, try to get up and over all this offset here. And that is our property line to lateral transition. That is just by the sidewalk to curb area there. So we are pushing into the street, so we're just going to continue to push out. We are still in vitreous clay, and this is the lateral, this is in the street. So we're just going to continue to push out, and we are utilizing the water. We do have the shower running, so we're just going to utilize this water to help us reach our city sewer tie-in. And then once we get all the way out to our city sewer tie-in, we'll pull back and take a good look at all the joints here. And we did go ahead and drop into our city sewer. So we're just going to push in just a little bit, and we do just drop right in, and we're going to pause here for a moment. You can see that is our city sewer beneath us. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we did go ahead and push all the way out to our city sewer tie-in. This is our city sewer tie-in, so we're just going to push in just a little bit. You can see that is the sewer beneath us, and that is the sewer. Then we're just going to pull back, take a good look at our saddle here, and appears that we do have a crack in the saddle, just in that joint. So we're just going to push out just a little bit. And we're going to pause here for a moment and just locate this area. You can see there is quite a large crack there in that joint. Okay, we did go ahead and locate this area. And it is in the middle of the street. It's approximately 8 foot 9 inches deep here. You can see we do have a crack in the saddle in that joint. So what we're going to do is we're just going to continue to pull back. We are still in vitreous clay. We are in the lateral, and we are in the street. You can see we do have a large offset and shift there. So we're just going to continue to pull back, take a good look at the vitreous clay. And that joint there, see, has a little bit of an offset, but nothing too major. So we're just going to continue to pull back. And that joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. That joint there has a little bit of root intrusion, nothing too major. So we're just going to continue to pull back. And that joint there seems to be in fair and maintainable condition, as well as that joint there. And that joint there seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. You can see we do have a little bit of debris and a little bit of roots growing in that joint as well. So we're just going to continue to pull back. You can see in that joint as well. And they just have a little bit of root intrusions. It looks like little lungs in each joint there. If we get that hydrojetted, we'll be able to take a better look at each joint. We'll make a little bit of a turn here. We're just going to push out just a little bit. This is our test tee. You can see the test tee is rolled on our side there. So we're going to pull back, and we're going to transition back onto the property. This is the test tee here, and we're going to pull back, transition back onto our property line. And we're just going to take a good look at all these joints here. You can see we do have a little bit of cracking in that joint as well. And this is on the property, and that is just pulling back. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. Okay, we did go ahead and mark this area with the red flag in the front yard area. And it's approximately 4 foot 6 inches deep. So we're just going to continue to pull back. We do have a crack in that joint there and a little bit of root intrusion. So we're just going to continue to pull back on the property. And we'll pull back to where we transition back into cast iron. You can see another crack in that joint as well. And you can see another crack in that joint as well. We're just going to push forward. You can see there's the joint, and then there's a crack right behind that joint. So we're just going to continue to pull back. The front yard does have new landscaping. They probably compacted it, and by them tampering the front yard, possibly may have cracked the joints there. You can see another joint cracked. So we're just going to continue to pull back. And you can see as though, and that joint there seems to be in fair maintainable condition. So we're just going to continue to pull back till we transition back into cast iron, and then we'll push out just a little bit from there. Making a little bit of a turn here, and we're transitioning back into cast iron. So what we're going to do is we're going to push out just a little bit, approximately a foot after we transition. So we're going to pause here and locate this area. And this area would be a good place to put a mainline sewer clean out in the front of the property. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause here and locate. Okay, we did go ahead and pull back into the cast iron, and we did mark this area, and it is approximately 2 foot 0 inches deep here, and this would be a good place to put a two-way mainline sewer clean out here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to continue to pull back. We're going to transition back into cast iron waistline. This is going underneath the house, and all the cast iron waistline seems to be period of the home. You can see a little bit of scaling, some buildup there. Nothing too major. So we're just going to continue to pull back. And we're going to pull up our stack. And we're going to pull up and out of our clean out. Now we'll conclude our video waistline and sewer line inspection.